Hi guys, it's me Anne and I'm coming to you with another video. This video is a story time about someone I attempted to date. Let's get into my story time. So I was following this guy on Instagram like at least 2 years. So this guy, he seemed pretty cool. You know, he had 2 children, which is 2 more than I have, but also always posts his children though. Like always post his children. That's one thing that I need to point out, because I love dope parenting, and it was never just for show, but it was just because, hey, I got 2 kids, I got to take care of them, and it's a package deal. We basically barely spoke, but when we did speak, it was all pleasant. Never ran into each other in person, which was pretty, awkward, because we went to the same places a lot. He would comment under my photos. One time he told me that my eyes were scary. I mean, I know they're big, but yeah, he told me my eyes were scary, and then he was like, oh no, you have really beautiful eyes. But it was nothing, no big deal. I think he was always very into Jordans, sneakers, and also his children. So there was one particular pair of sneakers that I wanted. Oh my god, he's already on the line, and I think he was so sorry. I just sent him a direct message. I'm like, hey, so since you're there, can you get me some Jordans? I can quick pay you the money or whatever. And we eventually exchanged numbers, and I kid you not, before 2 days was up, I received a video, an explicit video. I was just like, it hasn't even been 48 hours yet. I'm like, I don't need to know what, I getting to know each other. General questions you ask, this, that, or the other. And there was the question I asked, I simply said, have you ever been to jail? Served time for something? And he said, no, I have never been to jail. And then he said something even more interesting that I didn't ask him. He was like, handcuffs have never touched these wrists. So moving past that, he was kind of I saw some aggressive tendencies, but you know what? I'm from New York. I'm from Brooklyn. So you know how we kind of give it up. Okay, I take that back. Things started to go okay in terms of the communicating, and his birthday kind of was right around the corner when we first started texting, and I was like, oh, okay, I have no problem taking you out for your birthday, since he did mention going out. And I was like, oh yeah, I can take you out. And he was very nice, chivalrous, just, it was a normal day. I had an event to actually go to that evening, and he was like, oh yeah, we should go. And I'm like, yeah, it's more so a family event, and I don't know. But we end up driving to the event that I was supposed to go to, and it was pretty cool. We walked in, he was very affectionate, kinda trying to be. You would think that all of this was great, and then it dawned on me just randomly that one time he posted a photo of him sitting in a courtroom saying, I made a stupid mistake and I hope that I don't have to pay for it, and blah 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 blah. And I was like, wait, I gotta do some research when I get home. We went to brunch the next day. He picked me up. He opened the door, but something just wasn't sitting well. Here is what just really made me not trust, I was just something ain't right with him. The bill came, and he of course picked up the tab because he invited me out, and this was a date. He pays with his card, and when you get the card back and the receipt, you have to sign, and there's also a section for the tip. Now, I, with my eyes, did not see him fill out the tip section. And I reached into my bag and pulled out a $20 bill to get change to tip the waiter. He says, oh, you know, why are you pulling out money? Like I tipped him already. And in my head, I'm like, no, you didn't. Like, I didn't see it. So then I'm like, maybe I'm bugging. I had a glass of Prosecco. Maybe, you know, I'm just like inebriated and I just don't know or something. So I'm like, okay, I'll see how this played out. And I still was trying to sneak the tip. He's like, why are you trying to sneak tip? Like, I tipped him, we're good. The guy picks up the waiter and he walks back. And then I see him looking at it and showing the owner. And then in my head, I said, this did not leave a tip, and he straight up flat out lied to my face about it. So I went home in my house, we spoke and whatever, but then I got on the computer and I decided to do some research. He did tell me his first and last name because I asked, and I also, you know, did say, you know, because I gotta Google you because I don't know if you crazy and I'm a woman and then blah 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 blah. I did just that. And I found out that he also lied about being arrested and that he had a pending court case. Okay. So after that, I was completely turned off. Completely turned off. We get into the biggest. He's like, I'm beginning to think you're the problem, Beyonce. Stop thinking you're better than everyone else. It's obvious that it's not a good look for you, boo-boo. I don't know if it's a revenge thing. The thing that dealing with being teased as a little girl where everyone isn't out here to get you, ma. I'm not evil or corny. Maybe it's your actions that get these clowns to act the way that they do. I'm far from a clown or a loser. You ain't the only female with a vagina in her own crib. If you do decide to send this message to anyone else, just don't forget to add the fact that I never fed into your bullshit and I'm a different N-word that needed or wanted nothing from you. Take care, shorty. I hope you find your match. But as a friend, all I can say is take the prick out your ass and be regular. It's not that serious. I ended up sending him. Well, I was like, okay, well, good luck on your court case. You know, your court appearance. And he totally pretended to not know that I was talking about. Called me all kind of names. Like, do you even know which guy that you're talking to right now? And I was just like, oh, okay. Sent him a screenshot of the information. And he's like, who does that? And he curses me out and he was like, don't play with me ever. Come to find out, he lied about everything. Like, so much. Firstly, his kids don't even have the same mom like he said that they do. He just was a liar. And I just was like, I was dating a scammer. Or a want to be scammer. And almost had no idea. The funniest thing though is probably a week or two after that text message, my friend / former coworker and I went to that same restaurant to grab a bite to eat because he was visiting from DC. And the first thing I did when I walked in there is ask the owner. I was like, hey, remember the last time I came in here probably a week or two ago? Did he leave the tip? He said no. I was just like... So that's the end of this story time. Ladies, if you feel like something ain't right with him, something probably isn't right with him. So you definitely need to check that out. Don't be afraid or like, oh, you know, I'm just being a woman. No, something may very well be wrong with him and you need to investigate. Don't be scared too. You need to check his charges. Didn't Marlo say that to someone on Real Housewives of Atlanta? Check my charges. Well, girl, check his charges. You need to make sure that he's cool because you never know what kind of crazy guy that you're encountering. And you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're sleeping with the enemy or with the enemy and you don't even know it. No, listen, it's real out here. You watch First 48? That's it, guys. And let me know how you enjoyed the story time. Like, wasn't he shady or was it just me? Was I wrong for doing the research? Should I not have said something? Should I have waited longer for it to play out? Like, what? Just let me know in the bottom bar and I'll see you in the next video.